it's going to be messy with the Boeing effect. What's your overall take?
I mean, the first impression is that it just continues the environment of pretty sluggish business investment growth. I think the trade war has been a big drag on business investment spending. The slowdown in global growth, the weakness in exports, all of that's combined to make businesses very hesitant to invest. And I don't think these numbers change that very much.
And I guess if the strength really comes from defense, how long does that hold up?
Yeah, those aircraft orders tend to be very volatile, so I wouldn't read too much into that. It's the actual shipments that matter for aircraft more than month-to-month orders.
So when? Like, when do we see the change from the trade war in a positive way? Like, oh, okay, now we're going to go out and buy goods, or now we're going to invest. When do we see that?
I think, we'll see some stabilization now, where we've been seeing a deceleration. Also, global growth, apart from the coronavirus, seems to have bottomed and start to have picked up. We'll see what happens with the virus, but if that continues and global manufacturing picks up, that'll spur some additional investment spending. But businesses are in a cautious mood right now, and that's not going to turn around quickly.
And do you think central banks can influence that a change in interest rates will influence their investment intentions, or is it all driven by this confidence issue you mentioned?
It can help a little on the margin, but it's not as though it's the most powerful impact on business investment spending.
The big driver is their confidence about the future.
Exactly. If they're seeing their business picking up, they're confident about the future, then they'll invest.
Seema, what do you? Sorry, go ahead, Dean.
And they're not going to invest just because rates are a quarter point lower.
Yeah,
for example.
that's what I think.
Seema, what do you think?
Well, I guess what's interesting to me is, how much realistically is the US-China trade war tensions having eased off going to have an impact? Because, we still have that uncertainty hanging over us, especially with the presidential elections. You don't know who's going to come next. What is the policy going to be next? So is this still the environment where businesses are willing to pick up their investment plans? Because there is still a shroud hanging over us.
I think the best we can say is the deceleration probably ends. Because you start to have to replace things, you maybe do the marginal thing that you were thinking about doing. But in terms of the real push into major investment spending increases, that seems unlikely anytime soon.